month in British Columbia. I'm Virginia Beach reporting live from outside the Kimberley Heritage Museum. Mining history in Kimberley started way back in the 20th century when the Sullivan Mine was acquired by the Consolidated Mining and Smelting Company, which was owned by Canadian Pacific Railway. Eventually, Teck Cominco became partial owners of the mine. The venerable mine was birthed years earlier in 1892 when Patrick Sullivan and his three partners, John Cleaver, E.C. Smith, and W.C. Burchett, were prospecting for gold in the East Kootenays. The original hope was that the mining industry in this quaint little community would become as rich as the diamond mines in Kimberley, South Africa. In the beginning of mining efforts, tunnels were operated by hand, which produced a mere 50 tons of lead daily. At the start, zinc was thrown away. In 1922, the Sullivan Mine was one of the first to use the revolutionary method of froth flotation, which made zinc recovery economical. Lead, zinc, and silver were the main commodities, and cadmium, tin, antimony, platinum, and palladium were also extracted. By 1949, 11,000 tons of the raw substance ore were collected daily. Kevin McKevinson is joining us today from the Kimberley Underground Railway. Kevin, are you there?
Thank you, Virginia. What started as a commuter train from downtown Kimberley to the ski hill way back in the 1970s is now a booming tourist attraction. Tourists and local community members can learn about the history of the Sullivan Mine by visiting the Interpretive Center, and you can still ride the train through a tunnel and have a tour of the powerhouse. The powerhouse generated electricity, powering mining carts, drills, and other equipment for years until it was replaced by petroleum-powered machines. During 92 years of operation, the Sullivan Mine produced zinc, lead, and silver valued at over $20 billion. The Sullivan Mine employed an average 1,000 workers who made an average salary of $68,000 annually. Roughly $5 billion was paid out in wages over the lifetime of the Sullivan Mine. During World War II, the mine had over 2,000 employees. The number drastically dropped to 340 by 2001, however. Because of advancing technology affected by Teck, they were producing as much ore as the previous 2,000 men. Back to you, Virginia.
Thanks, Kevin. I have a question for you. Why was the underground miner depressed? Because he couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. All jokes aside, Kimberley embraced their mining heritage. The backdrop you see behind me is part of Kimberley's Cominco Gardens. Founded in 1927, it is a 5-hectare tribute to the history of the city as a mining town. One concoction that was made from ore byproducts was Elephant brand fertilizer. Cominco Gardens took it upon themselves to advertise the fertilizer by creating a beautiful garden. Each year, they grow 45,000 flowers. Many memorial garden beds have plaques in front of the gorgeous roses to honor loved ones that have passed away. The history of mining is weaved into every corner of Kimberley. The city's coat of arms has a tinder and stone base, which represents the earth and the city's beginning through mining, especially because of the Sullivan Mine. For decades, the mine was one of the largest and most important mines in Canada, but every good thing must come to an end. The Sullivan Mine closed in 2001. Kevin McKevinson has more about the implications and decades that followed to the closure of the mine.
Yes, Virginia, every good thing must end. During almost 100 years of operation, the Sullivan Mine saw over 70 lives lost in underground mining accidents, and another 4 people were tragically killed in 2006 when they succumbed to the effects of hydrogen sulfide during water testing and a subsequent recovery effort. Not only were a significant number of lives lost, but the effects from mine production on the local water supply, groundwater supply, was devastating, and reclamation of the land is still in progress. After the mine closed, Teck and the city of Kimberley planted nearly 11,000 hectares of forest to replace what was lost. Water collection and treatment systems were enhanced to treat water that was polluted with toxins. In 2020, an outstanding achievement of mine reclamation was given to Teck. Teck spent over $100 million in replanting, groundwater collection systems, monitoring activities, and restoring mined land, and other positive mining uses. One big project that happened in Kimberley after the mine closed was the Sun Mine. It was started in 2014 on Teck land. 4,032 solar modules on 96 solar trackers generated over $195,000 in a one-year period between 2015 to 2016. The Sun Mine not only made use of mine land, but it also set energy back to the BC hydro grid and created substantial revenue for the city. The project cost over $5 million and is BC's largest solar project, making enough power to power 250 homes. In January 2020, Teck announced that they purchased the Sun Mine solar energy facility from the city of Kimberley. The history of mining in Kimberley is rich with stories, successes, and tragedy. I think it is safe to say that Kimberley will always be known for the Sullivan Mine and all the efforts of reclamation that have occurred since its closure. I'm Kevin McKevinson. Until next time.